What's going on, NBA fans? Welcome back to another episode of NBA Central. Y'all got me today, Bobby, one of the Cognac boys, holding it down for another episode. On today's episode, I want to talk about James Harden and his comments basically saying he's not surprised that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving left the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to talk about that plus more right after this.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.
All right, now, if y'all like what y'all listening to, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Now, we know that pretty much the Brooklyn Nets, the entire team is not the same anymore. Last year a year ago, we had James Harden leave, getting traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. Then we had this season, Kyrie Irving getting traded to the Dallas Mavericks. We thought, at least I did, I thought Kevin Durant was still going to be a Brooklyn Net until the end of the season at least. But then a blockbuster trade happened, and my man is now a Phoenix Sun. Man, that is crazy. So James Harden, he had some comments that he was asked about, the state of the Brooklyn Nets and what the hell happened over there. And I just want to dive into some of the comments and then we just kind of dissect those things. Well, when he was asked about the entire thing, James Harden came out and said, I didn't just ask to leave for no reason. I just didn't ask to leave for no reason. For real. That is crazy. So James Harden was traded to Philly at the trade deadline of 2022. And now by 2023, that team is without Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. James Harden goes on to say that was just a lot of dysfunction. Clearly, there was a lot of internal things that I'm not going to ever just say or put in the media or anything. And that was one of the reasons why I chose to make my decision. He pretty much had to get up out of there, if you know what I mean. He goes on. He said, but now, fast forward to today, I don't look like the crazy one. I don't look like the guy or the quitter or whatever the media wants to call me. Like, I knew what was going on, and I just decided to, I'm not built for this. I don't want to deal with that. I want to play basketball and have fun and enjoy it. The reason I made the decision to get out of my comfort zone, which was leave Houston and do everything that I did to get out of there, was to come and play with KD and Kyrie. That's James Harden giving it all. Not giving it all, but giving us some. Basically saying that, man, there's some internal things going over there with owner Joe Tsai and GM Sean Marks and then former NBA coach Steve Nash. Now, it's crazy to me because the trio only played 16 games together, not even an entire season, bro. But within those 16 games, we saw the offensive talent, the offensive juggernaut that was potentially there. We seen what these guys all can do. It's not like these guys were all put together at the end of their careers and then, just try to go for one last hoorah. No, these guys still had many years left, at least 4 or 5 years left in the league at their peaks. That is crazy to me to know that they only played 16 games together. But we know all that is contributed to injuries. Some part in COVID. And I'm not going to ever judge Kyrie. That's his decision. But we do know that is one of the reasons he wasn't able to play that often. You know what I mean? They sent them home, called them back. And I guess a lot of people wasn't rocking with that. And James Harden clearly wasn't rocking with that. Because if we remember, during that entire time that Kyrie was in and out, well, first out and then in and out from when they called him back, he stated multiple times in press conferences, I'll get Kyrie the stick himself. I'll go get him. I want to play with Kyrie. I'll give him the damn vaccine myself. is what James Harden said. So he was alluding to and giving up signs like, bro, he has to be here. I'm here to play for a championship. I'm here to make a playoff push. And the crazy thing is, this could definitely be one of the biggest failures in NBA history. Crazy as hell to me that we didn't see anything good come out of this. The only thing they got to show for this is one playoff victory. Bro, that is crazy to me. And to just, if to dive a little bit deeper into the comments of James Harden, it just makes me realize, like, bro, organizations, you can have the best players, but if the organization is shitty, is crappy, dumpster juice, it can be a lot of things preventing a team from excelling at a higher level or succeeding at a higher level. That's crazy, because I don't believe that Steve Nash should have been the coach of that team. I believe when you're dealing with superstars, you need an experienced coach, a hard-nosed coach that knows how to deal with superstars, but also knows how to hard coach them. If y'all remember, a few months back, after Steve Nash was let go from the Brooklyn Nets, there are reports coming out that Kevin Durant was basically going to Steve Nash like, bro, coach me hard. Bro, let's run practice this way. Let's do this. Let's prepare in this way. And the same thing was going on with Kyrie Irving. He was holding his own practices after practice. He was holding his own practices after practice. So that right there should let you know that these guys, that was just something missing, bro. You needed a good coach in there. And you know what I'm saying? You needed a Greg Popovich. Or if you want to go with somebody younger, you needed a Steve Kerr. Not saying that those guys exactly, but you need someone of that caliber. Maybe a Eric Spoelstra. Hell, even a Doc Rivers. Even though, you know what I'm saying, somebody with a strong mind that has the experience of working with superstars and holding them accountable. And I think that was the biggest thing that the Brooklyn Nets lacked, was accountability. And I don't know all the behind the scenes thing, and we can insinuate whatever, but we do know the fact is that these guys didn't have anything to show for it. And James Harden comments kind of just adds on and piles on what the hell we already kind of knew. We already knew that these guys lack leadership from the head coaching spot. You know, Kevin Durant just wants to hoop. He's not going to step up and be the leader everybody wants him to be. He's not that guy that's going to sit in there and get in people's face. I believe Kevin Durant leads by example. So he's going to come out, give you a hot 30, fry hard with lemon pepper, and he expect other guys to step up. And then the coach is supposed to hold these guys accountable. You know what I mean? You can't keep him in check, but hold him accountable. If he's not performing well or he's not being a team player, boom, you got to do that. And if you look at some of the comments from now head coach Jacques Vaughn, you see he was like, we want players to be here that want to be here, and they have to understand what the hell their job is. They have to understand that they have a job to do. So in my mind, I'm thinking that there was a lack of accountability. There was a lack of being a head coach, like a firm head coach to get the job done with these guys. You know what I mean? So that's what was really telling to me. And just to see James Harden just come in and just put the icing on the cake, it lets you know that they made the wrong decision to keep Steve Nash, hire Steve Nash initially, and things like that. So, you know what I mean? Maybe it would have been different if Jacques Vaughn was the head coach initially. Maybe. But we have to consider that was a major reason why, now that we're seeing it, that was a big reason that we don't really know all the specific of on why Kevin Durant said, get rid of the coach, get rid of the GM, or get rid of me. So that's what it is. Shout out to James Harden. Shout out to Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. I wish them nothing but the best on their newest endeavors. But hey, we just got to see what's to it, man. We got to see what's to it, because that's sad on how they went out. You know what I'm saying? Now Kyrie, he's in Dallas. He doing his thing. They looking good the first few games. I want to continue to see how it's going to all come together once Luka is back from injury. Shout out to Kevin Durant. I want to see how he looks on the Phoenix Suns, who I believe have a coach that's going to hold him accountable. You have a GM that's going to hold him accountable, and you got players around with strong minds of a Devin Booker, Chris Paul, that can hold others accountable and perform well to where they can compete for a championship. And James Harden, he looked like he been doing well up in there in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't resulted into a championship or a conference finals, but hey, they at the top of the East. They're that upper half of the East, and they playing well. So you just got to give kudos to all of them. So shout out to them. But hey, if y'all like what y'all listening to, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If y'all want to send me, C-Dub, Hayes, or any other contributor something, y'all can email us collectively at nbacentralshow@gmail.com. We are on Twitter at NBA Central Pod. And then if you want to leave us a voicemail so we can start getting y'all takes included in this content, hit us up on our voicemail number, 773-270-2799. This is another episode of NBA Central. I'm Bobby. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.